Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sessions Field in Columbia, South Carolina. We have another matchup of Rams soccer. Tonight, the women are on the field as they will take on the Division II Conference Carolina foe of Southern Wesleyan. Hello, everyone. I'm Justin Belk. Glad to be back with you guys after an absence. Both teams are about to be headed onto the field. It's going to be a pretty good matchup tonight. You have both teams coming off of hard-fought victories. The Rams, last time we seen them was this past Saturday, notching a 2-0 win over Johnson and Wales University. While the Warriors of Southern Wesleyan came off a hard-fought win in overtime against Leeds McRae, winning by a score of 1-0. As of right now, the Warriors are starting to head to their respective side of the fields. Introductions are coming up shortly, as well as the national anthem. Brian Byer is your PA announcer for tonight's game. And very shortly, we're getting ready to start.
Welcome, everyone, to tonight's matchup between the Southern Wesleyan University Warriors and your CIU Rams. Ladies and gentlemen, students and guests, we ask that you enjoy cheering for your team, but please refrain from any derogatory comments toward the opponents or the officials. At this time, our teams are coming onto the field, and in just a moment, we will read the starting lineups for both teams. First, the starting lineup for our guests from Southern Wesleyan University. The Warriors in goal, number 00, a senior from Seagrove, North Carolina, Courtney McNeil. Number 2, from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, a sophomore midfielder, Ashley Romanowski. Number 5, a senior midfielder from Piedmont, South Carolina, Beth Spence. Number 7, defender midfielder, a freshman from Greenwood, South Carolina, Emily Corrier. Number 8, a senior midfielder from Porto Alegre, Brazil, Aline Troiano. Number 9, a forward and midfielder, sophomore from Grand Cayman, Cayman Islands, Charlie Brown. Number 10, a defender, junior from North Augusta, South Carolina, Neo Owens. Number 13, a forward midfielder, a freshman from Seneca, South Carolina, Lacey Chastain. Number 15, a senior defender from Fort Smith, Arkansas, Marla Burgos. Number 21, a freshman midfielder from Ackworth, Georgia, Allie Kiesel. And number 23, a junior defender from Seneca, South Carolina, Amber Goss. The Warriors are coached by Corey Morrell, assistant coaches Jennifer Lindo and Crystal Goss, Pavela Panduber, manager. And now the starting lineup for your CIU Rams. Hey! Number 2, senior midfielder from Waxhaw, North Carolina, Esther Edwards. Number 3, a senior midfielder from Monroe, North Carolina, Janie Holland. Number 4, a freshman midfielder from Anderson, South Carolina, Mackenzie Miller. Number 5, a sophomore midfielder from Land O'Lakes, Florida, Sati Chiliona. Number 10, a senior forward midfielder from Pillaran, Kenya, Alana Batterman. Number 11, a midfielder and defender, a senior from Parker, Colorado, Janae McMaster. Number 15, a sophomore defender from Beijing, China, Liana Gates. Number 18, a senior midfielder from Charlotte, North Carolina, Mandy South Carolina, Kaylin Hernandez. And number 33 in goal, the senior from Asheboro, North Carolina, Angel Simpson. CIU Lady Rams are coached by head coach Tara Farnsworth, assisted by Allie Edens, Bianca Warner, and Chad Heffelfinger. The officials for tonight's game are John Tenverdi, Brian Marshall, and Morgan Cook. And now we invite everyone to stand and move your hats for tonight's invocation, followed by our national anthem, sung by an ensemble of our ambassador choir. Lord, we are so grateful for the opportunity that we have to come together tonight on a beautiful day that you've made. We're glad in it. Lord, thank you for these women and the gifts and talents you've given them to play soccer. We pray that all that is said and done on the field tonight and in the stands will bring honor and glory to you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Anthem has been sung. Players are shaking hands on the respective side of the fields. For those who did not hear, for the Warriors on the field, in goal is Courtney McNeil, and Ashley Romanowski, Beth Spence, Emily Corrier, Aline Troyano, Charlie Brown, Mia Owens, Lacey Chastain, Maria Burgos, Ali Kiesel, and Amber Goss will be on the field for your Warriors of Southern Wesleyan. For the Rams, and that goal will be Angel Simpson, and Esther Edwards, Janie Holland, Mackenzie Miller, Sophie Tilionis, Alana Batterman, Janae McMaster-Tedder, Liana Gates, Mandy Shoemate, Angela McMaster, and Kaylin Hernandez. These are your starting lineups for tonight's game. A lot of a fun fact about this. Exactly almost a year ago to this day, it was actually October 5th of last year, that was the last time these two teams met, and it was the Warriors that came out with a 1-0 victory. So chances are we got a year later, new teams, new faces, old faces are new, and just shortly teams will be going onto the field, and we're going to have another exciting matchup of CIU soccer.
One correction as we begin. Scott Baralowski will be helping us out as one of our officials tonight. Thanks to Brian Marshall. Thank you, sir.
So it looks like we have Hernandez and Batterman up front. That back line is Angelique McMaster, Leona Gates, Nessa Edwards. That's a very confident back line they have. And at midfield is shoemate Holland. Salonis and Master Tedder. And we are underway in tonight's matchup. Tedder gets it off to Holland. Holland quick to the Gates is Miller. So expect to see what can the sophomore, Zodria Silionis, can do following what possibly was the most outstanding game of her young career, notching a goal and an assist in Saturday's win over the Wildcats. Holland again, she gets back in possession and gets off to Miller. Holland steps, is able to get it now to Miller. Starting to move up the field. So the Rams right now are sitting at 4-2-1, probably the best start they've had to this young program, while the Warriors are at 5-4, looking to get away from that 500 record. Holland up front to Batterman. She gets a piece of it. Now it's Hernandez. And now here's Miller. And she beats Owens. Gets it down to Batterman. Can she save it? And she does. Looks to drop it back, but it's going to go to number 13, Chastain. So here's Chastain, the freshman. Now she gets it off to Spence. Spence gets it downfield, but Gates is there to stop it. Still be a throw for the Warriors. The Gates is knocked away, but Warriors able to gain it back. Now it's Owens. It's bounced off of Miller, so it'll be back in possession of the Warriors again. Now here's Angela McMaster. And gets out to his sister, who now looks to go upfield. Gets off to Holland. Now here's Gates up on the left side. Looks, tries to get past Spence, but does not. Now they're fighting for it. Looks like Spence won that battle. She's moving upfield, stops, looks. Gets to a teammate. Steps in the middle, but there's Silionis there to step right in the middle of it. But the Warriors able to get it off, and now they have it back with a chance. Stopped again by Shoemate. And all in shot that looked was intended for Batterman. It was not back into the Warriors. Stopped by Tedder. Referee is going to say it's a throw for the Warriors. Looks in the stop by Gates, and Gates is able to get it back, but there is Owens there. Could pass, and Tedder knocks it out. Good stop there. That could have spelled trouble, and Warriors with an opportunity to put something in this early in the game. There's Brown. Get it in time, and Batterman has it, looks. So this is heads off of Hernandez and
Throw in Warriors.
so now that we reached October, it's kind of interesting that we've already reached the first half of the semester and what could be basically halfway through the season of both teams. Now I'm looking at this month. They already opened the month of October against Johnson and Wales. They have this game tonight, and then Saturday they will travel to Montreat for a doubleheader. And speaking of near goals, here's Hernandez. Hernandez gets in the middle of Holland. Holland. Shoemate. Camilo is knocked off a defender. And Brown was able to get it out, but right to McMaster. And the ball sails way out of the field, probably into the sea of nothingness.
Throw in Warriors.
So the Warriors get a quick throw in.
Throw in again for the Warriors.
Torano shot is off, but it's deflected off of Cilionis, and Tedder is there for. Shoemate looks, makes the moves, gets off to Cilionis. Not Hernandez. In a battle with Burgos. And there's a move by Brown. She gets it off, but it's stepped away by Edwards. Keep possession of it, and there's Spence looks, and she keeps it. Sends it down to Romanowski. Saves in the time. It's deflected off of Ram, but
Goal for the Warriors, scored by number 21, Ali Kiesel.
I believe that was Ali Kiesel that sent it in. So 36:51 remaining, and the Warriors strike first. Like it was sort of a little miscommunication. Simpson stepped in, but it was too late for her to backtrack and try and save the ball. It was a sure goal for the Warriors. Now it's Ali Kiesel, freshman from Ackworth, Georgia, who would score for the Rams. And so early goal from Southern Wesleyan. If you're just joining us, it is now Southern Wesleyan 1, Rams 0, off of a goal from Ali Kiesel. Long shot. Just off left, and Miller's going to sprint for it. So does Spence. Gates in a battle with Owens, but Now it's up to Spencer Miller. Spencer Miller fought for it. So looking to give it to SWU on this one. Just close, and now it's McNeil. McMaster gets off to Miller, now to Shoemate. So she gets it off to Batterman. Now Batterman's on the move. Pass from Spence. It intended to be a pass, but it was Angel Simpson who was able to pick it up. So have 33-53, and if you're wondering about the men's soccer team, they are right around the same time. They are taking on Emmanuel College on the road right now. It's scoreless, and the guys trying to regain themselves from a very heartbreaking loss against Johnson Wales, losing in the final 40 seconds. And they're trying to regroup as Brindley's crew. As of right now, it's Farnsworth's crew trying to equalize this game. Shot from Holland was picked up by McNeil. Gates, Shoemate steps in. And some misbobbled communication there from Gates and McMaster. And it's been a bit different for their lineup. Of course, you would see Michaela Sevilla that would normally be starting and Gates coming off the bench, but Sevilla suffered another injury this week, and we don't know if she'll be back. So Gates will not have to step up. The sophomore from China will have to step in her place and do what she can because Sevilla had a very great start to the season.
Throwing for the Warriors.
Some of the key things here and for the Rams is just, the back line kind of has to speak a little bit, make sure they're communicating on things and make sure they can just keep together because the front line of Southern Wesleyan is fast and quick. That they're on the ball. They're very attentive, and it's the reason why they're up right now. So about 30 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Hernandez. Gets up to Miller. Drops it back to Gates. Batterman's pass is deflected off a Warrior. So Brown ends up with it after that pass, and the Warriors are Passing it down. Now back to Shoemate. Shoemate has a girl on her. Miller. Looks. Has Holland. Has 2 on her. There's Shoemate. She goes down. Big Master Tedder's pass off the foot of Batterman. So the Rams get a free kick.
Called on the Warriors. It'll be a free kick for the Rams.
Shots up. Deflected, and the Warriors get it out of the box. Now here's McMaster's shot. Looking for Batterman. Spins, looked, is knocked out by Burgos.
Throw in Warriors. It'll be a goal kick for the Warriors.
Batters doesn't get there in time. McNeil slides out to make sure it is.
It'll be a throw in for the Lady Rams.
Shot was scooped into the hands of McNeil. Less than 30 minutes to go in the first half. McNeil's shot goes onto the leg of Shoemate. Now here's Tilionis, gets off to Batterman. The back line from the Warriors making sure nothing is going to go past them. And the Rams are dropping back, taking their time. Tilionis to Miller. Gets off the left side to Gates. It's Gates, Owens, and Spence. Miller. Jennifer Hernandez a little bit too quick. And Correa was there. Romanowski and McMaster. It's Edwards. Looks.
Throwing for the Rams.
Stopped by Miller. Spence was there.
Throwing for the Rams.
Betterman got for it. Looks like Spence was the last to touch it.
Ball called on the Warriors. It'll be a free kick for the Rams.
So Gates will take this free kick.
Throwing Rams.
Hernandez shot deflected. Now Shumate gets it over to the right side. She was guarded by Brown. High shot into the box. So it's a handball called in the box, and it is Mackenzie Miller. Looks like she's going to take the shot, so opportunity to equalize the game here. So Mackenzie Miller, the freshman from Anderson, is lined up, ready to take this kick. McNeil in goal. Miller shot, good! And the Rams equalize off of Mackenzie Miller's PK. 24-3, and we have a tie game.
That was Mackenzie's first goal as a Lady Ram. And got 1-1.
So with Mackenzie Miller's first ever shot in her CIU career, the Rams tied this thing up in the first half. So Rachel Curtis will now sub in onto the pitch for the Warriors. Update in Franklin Springs. We are still scoreless in the men's game against Emmanuel College. 21:08 to go in that game and 23 minutes to go in this game. There's Batterman, picks up speed, and that was Courier on the stop.
Throw in Warriors.
That's number 15, Virgo, sprinting up the field with the ball. She was stopped, and that shot was high. Shot high again. It's going to go to Sionis, who has it away, and he's going to get called a foul, so it'll be a free kick for a SWU.
Free kick awarded to the Warriors.
Shot into the box. Just off the right, and Simpson's going to go ahead and get a quick goal kick for the Rams. And it's Miller, Hernandez, and it's bounced between Owens and Spence. So it's down to Miller. Miller can get there. Ball was a little bit too far. Hernandez looks, gets a silly on us. High shot, and just over the goal. Good accuracy from the sophomore.
Substitution for Southern Wesleyan. Number 18, Mallory Butler into the lineup.
So Mallory Butler, a freshman from Naperville, Illinois, is now coming to the pitch for Southern Wesleyan. So with fall coming in, temperatures are going to be dropping tonight. So I guess the goal for both teams is to try and stay warm. Here's Batterman. Went to the ground a bit, but McNeil was able to pick it up. It's pinball between both teams. There's Romanowski. Last time her shot was back there, it wasn't. That could have been called a foul, but it was just outside the box. So that could have been a penalty kick for Southern Wesleyan right there. But it'll be a free kick. And it will be Mel Owens, the junior from North Augusta, will take this free kick. And the Rams set up a wall of McMaster, Shoemate, and Gates. Shots high and way over.
Throwing again for the Warriors.
Owens. Guarded by Holland. Holland. Foot to fight for the ball. Holland gets it. Holland still fighting for it. Let's give it to Hernandez. Hernandez's shot. Batterman couldn't get there in time. The speedy forward for Kenya. That was intended for 18:48 to go. We are tied at 1. McNeil's shot goes just over midfield. Head off of Gates, and there's number 12, Curtis. It's Gates and Curtis. Stopped by Edwards. Now it gets it to Gates. Miller. Looks for Holland up for Batterman up front. My apologies. Looks. Still has it. Pass will cut across the middle. And a collision between Spence and Shoemate. So Shoemate's giving a warning. Some of the fans that are coming from Greenville not happy with that call. Wanted a yellow card, but was not given. But it just comes with the physicality and toughness of soccer. You know, you can't, not every call is going to be given. Here's Romanowski against McMaster. And a dangerous move from Simpson. Shot went past the hands, and that could have rolled into the goal on accident. Shots high, off to Holland. Bounce is Holland. She gets it away to Hernandez. Drops. Hernandez again. Hernandez gets past 2. Hernandez moves up to Batterman. It's deflected. Hernandez. Now it's Holland. No, that's Silionis. And they're still going for it. And it's the Warriors.
Throw in for the Lady Rams.
And there's Curtis again. Curtis making a move. Gets past the Rams defense. And Edwards is there. Spence gets off to Curtis. Now to Romanowski. Into the hands of Simpson.
Simpson with the stop. Throwing Warriors.
So Owens on the throw in. High and is now onto Gates. Now back to Owens. Try to get Miller. Miller looks tired. Toss up, deflected. There's Kiesel, gets it to Brown. It's Brown and Tedder. Spence. Knocked away by McMaster. McMaster gets it away, and now here's Hernandez. It's Hernandez and Batterman up front. And a bit of a battle with Spence. Looks, gets it to Holland. Curtis went for it, saves it. Simpson gets it to Silionis. Steps, Romanowski, a quick 1-2. Simpson steps, scoops it up.
Ball gathered in by Angel Simpson.
So about 13 minutes to go in the first half. We're still deadlocked. And another score update from the CIU Emmanuel game. They are still scoreless in Georgia. 11:02 to go in the first half for those teams. Now here's Owens on the right side. That was Owens and Miller. She could get it off before. Now.
Goal kick for the Rams. Foul called on Warriors.
That'll be a free kick for the Rams. Looks like we got a couple substitutions for the Rams for the first time. Holland shot deflected off of Burgos. My apologies, that was Troiano. Here's Brown. Curtis with speed. 1-2, and Simpson is there.
Ball gathered in by Angel Simpson.
It's a very speedy Rachel Curtis. Hernandez, not a Holland. Holland looks left, goes for Gates. Miller. Holland drills it. And it is caught by McNeil. 11 minutes to go.
Courtney McNeil gathers it in.
Headed away. Gates. Deflected by McMaster. Now here's Brown on the left side. Gets it to Romanowski. Could he keep it together? They're calling to get it out. Miller gets it to Holland. Steps, turns. Hernandez makes a quick move. Owens is there, though. Corey to the stop. Curtis, that shot was intended for Romanowski, deflected off of McMaster. It's about 10 minutes to go in the first half. Miller finds shoemate. Moves up, Holland still has it. Somewhat of a little balancing act. Like, hey, see what I can do with the ball. Hernandez. It's a battle. Gets away to shoemate. Shoemate slips. Holland shot. Picked up by McNeil. Falls on it. McMaster Ted on the right side. 8:37 to go. Deflected. There's Brown. Now Edwards and McMaster will have to pick up. McMaster steps in. What a good defensive effort from Angel McMaster, the senior. It's high. Brown wins the header. Owens. That's deflected by Gates. Now here's Shoemate. Now back to Gates. Here's Holland up middle. Long pass to Batterman, but it's picked up by McNeil. It's Romanowski. She's all by herself with a chance to break the tie, and does. After several tries, it's Ashley Romanowski, the sophomore, breaks the tie and puts the Warriors back in the lead. 7:27 to go in the first half. So now we have 2 subs for the first time on CIU side. It's Kirsten Long and Jenna Rickenbacker are now in for the Rams. And another update, 6:18 to go in the first half, and Emmanuel takes a 1-0 lead over the Rams, or the men's soccer team, on the road. Hopefully they can pull an equalizer before the end of the first half. Here's Hernandez. They're trying to regroup and get this back into this game, perhaps another equalizer. Good start from the Rams.
Ball called on the Warriors. It'll be a free kick for the Rams. Throwing Rams.
Shots up. Now it's Batterman. Up front, they're coming on her heavy. Miller. Left side to Rickenbacker. Now to Batterman. Deflected. Rickenbacker shot up towards the middle. But it was there. Now that's Edwards. McMaster gets it away from Romanowski. It's Curtis and Hernandez in the battle. Owens. Knocked away by Miller. Owens is to the ground. Gets back up, so the Warriors will get a throw in. About 4:29 to go.
Substitution for the Warriors, number 11, Sarah Baldwin, in for number 9, Charlie Brown.
So Baldwin will now come in for Brown prior to close out this first half. Headed away, deflected by Kiesel. The way now, here's Holland up front. Deflected, but it's still in possession of Batterman. Drops it back to Long. Header. Off to Batterman. Picked up by O'Neal. McNeil, my apologies.
Courtney McNeil gathers it in. Throwing for the Rams.
It's a quick move, goes out. SWU still in possession. About 2:25 to go. And the Warriors trying to close on this lead, and the Rams trying to put one in before the end of the first.
Throw in Rams. Throwing Rams.
Rickenbacker steps in. 1:17 to go. Miller looks. Fariano steps. And it was Curtis on Hernandez. Curtis wins it.
1 minute to go in the first half.
And Curtis is not going up. Now she gets up.
On the Rams. Be a free kick for the Warriors.
One minute remaining. Spence is up front. Rams back line has to stay steady and not cost another goal.
Throwing for the Rams.
It's about 15 seconds, and the Rams get a quick throw in.
10, 9,
10 seconds.
8,
Hernandez shot is
6,
far down.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And that'll be the end of the first half, where your score is Southern Wesleyan 2, CIU 1.
For the Southern Wesleyan University Warriors.
Thanks to Romanowski's goal, the Warriors are able to regain the lead they lost earlier in the first half. So stick around. We'll see you in the second half.
We're about ready to start the second half here at CIU. The score, Southern Wesleyan University Warriors 2 and your Lady Rams 1.
I will warn you guys.
You have the volume on?
And welcome back. We're about to begin second half of play at tonight's game between the Rams and the Warriors of Southern Wesleyan. Quick first half recap. It was Allie Kiesel that put the Warriors up 1-0. But then a handball in the box, and that sent Mackenzie Miller, the freshman, to the line for a penalty kick, which was successful, put the Rams up 1-1. But then again, it was Romanowski, Ashley Romanowski to be exact. After so many squandered opportunities missed, she finally was able to knock one in all by herself, and that is what leads us to the second half. The Warriors up 2-1. Womack is now in goal for the Rams after a quick switcheroo. This is about the same players that finished first half are back onto the field. It's Holland up front, and Miller, Celeonis, Batterman, Kirsten Long. Then there's Janae Master Tedder, Esther Edwards, Angela Master on the back line. And second half has officially begun. So the Rams hoping to adjust and put themselves back into this game. There's Kiesel to Romanowski. Kick, stop, Curtis. Inside to Brown. Test pass, looks, and it will be just show off the right side of the goal.
Goal kick for the Rams.
And for the men's team against Emmanuel, they have just begun the second half as well. Emmanuel still taking a 1-0 lead over the Rams in Georgia.
Warriors.
Just a quick going, we're going to look at the next couple of games for the women's team. On Saturday, they travel to Montreat. They will take on the Cavaliers. And October 10th, they will be on the road against Tacoma Falls. They will come back home on Tuesday, October 17th versus Barton College. And then October 21st will be a very key game. And it's senior night against John Wesley. And that's sort of a retribution game for the women's team in general. Holland's shot is picked up by McNeil. Batterman up the right side. Headed out from Holland.
Come on. All she had to do is turn around and study. Oh, study. Oh, hey, come on, ref.
Foul called on the Rams.
Now it's Hernandez. Knocked down a player. And a stop from Long.
Throw in for the Rams.
Big Master Tedder to Celeonis, and that's Edwards Romanowski. Romanowski gets that battle knocked away from McMaster. And that's to Edwards again. Pass to the right side is too long. Kirsten Long. To the for Holland. Here's Batterman.
Throwing for the Warriors.
Gets it down to McMaster Tedder. It's Master Tedder and Brown, and
Throwing for the Warriors.
we'll roll right out of bounds.
Throwing for the Warriors.
Go, Sadie, get it. That's it.
Deflected. Deflected again. Up high in the air. It comes to Butler. Hernandez. Quick pass to Cilionis. Drops it back to Hernandez.
Throw in Warriors.
The Warriors knock it away, and the Rams will get to throw it.
Throwing Rams.
Romanowski looks. Gets the keys on this. Kirsten Long. Now it's Mackenzie Miller.
Don't let her do that. Come on, Janie.
Holland.
Too far.
Could be a throw in.
A little bit too much for Batterman, so it'll be a quick throw in. Knocked away by a Warrior.
Over. Exactly right. Exactly right. I keep that outside bar. So I had to just drop it here, but back in as you're closing back across.
Substitution for the Lady Rams. Number 18, Mandy Shoemate. Replacing number 4, Kenzie Miller.
So Shoemate comes in for Miller now, and Miller gets some rest after starting the game and playing pretty much the whole first half. McMaster Tedder shot deflected off of Butler. Kiesel's shot is up. Knocked away by Shoemate. It's Edwards and Spence. Edwards knocked away, and Edwards is able to get it all the way. It's again high pass up to Hernandez.
Come on, get up here. Get up here.
He has the tether over the long now. Tender for Holland. And she's there. Gets it away. It's knocked down by Romanowski.
What was that?
Still challenge for the ball, and now it's Romanowski. She's looking for Courier. She stopped, tried to regain her track, slip. So the Rams will get a quick throw in. 34:50 to go in the second half.
Oh, come on.
Quick shot at Brown, was able to get out the box, but this tether went way over the box, and McNeil will kick it for the Warriors. So an opportunity missed from the Rams. And that's something that, if not met again later on in the game, that's something you can look at and say, wow, that could have been an opportunity. Headed away. Looks now, here's Long. Long gets for Batterman. Batterman tries to pick it up. It's Batterman. Burgos knocked away from Batterman, and the Warriors get a little throw in. But the Rams are going to try and step up and try and keep it within their side of the field. Hernandez. Shot curves over to the left, and McNeil is all over it. So the Rams get a little free kick. Pardon me, Warriors get a free kick. 32-17 to go, and it's still 2-1.
Goal kick for the Rams. Foul called on the Warriors, so it'll be a free kick for the Rams.
It's shoemate. Both teams are moving up. Big Master Tedder to kick. High ball headed away by Burgos. Or Butler. Brown is Holland, and it's like a Houdini with the soccer ball for Janie Holland tonight. So it's these situations you think, where's the ball? Oh, it's behind the leg, so a little bit of magic trick to keep it on the side for the Rams, and it's McMaster Tedder makes a move. It's Hearn Brown challenging for it. There's Burgos Hernandez, quick pass to Long. Probably just got off wrong on the foot, and it'll be a goal kick for the Warriors.
It'll be a goal kick for the Warriors.
And that was Shoemate able to get away from Romanowski. Romanowski's very dangerous moving upfield. Hernandez. Holland shot. Curve just way off to the left.
Goal kick for the Warriors. Throwing Rams.
Let it go. Come on.
Brown is able to step.
Throwing Rams.
And there's Hernandez. Holland shot is up high. Into the hands of McNeil. Holland gets to the batterman. Oh, so close. McNeil falls on it to make sure. Batterman could have had another chance at it.
Yeah, yes.
Throwing Rams.
Yeah. That problem, yeah.
Batterman here's Leonis. Leonis gets around. Looks in the middle.
No, it's going over your head. Oh, I thought it was going to go over her head.
It's Rickenbacker, but Warriors were all over that. And we also had a player down for Southern Wesleyan, but able to get up.
Call called on the Rams. It'll be a
That was Marla Burgos. Went down a little slow to get up. Long. Looks for Hernandez. Stopped by Burgos. Batterman. He's able to keep it. Drops. intended for Holland, but
Throw in Ram.
that was not the way by Butler.
Foul called on the Warriors. It'll be a free kick for the Rams.
High pass. McNeil's there. Batterman is teetering, knocking on the door, waiting for that one more chance to get past it and knock it past the goalie.
Substitution for the Rams, number 14, Becca Reinhardt into the game, replacing Lana Batterman, number 10.
So, he's, yeah. Fortunately, he's but he says, no, yeah. Yes.
Be a corner kick.
So it'll be a corner kick for the Rams. This is their first one tonight, 23-22, with opportunity to try to equalize this game again. High pass up the middle. And for what the Rams were looking for, another corner, ended up being a goal kick for Southern Wesleyan.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's yes. Oh, yeah.
And a collision in the back. That shoemate.
Foul called. It'll be a free kick for the Warriors.
She did. Our girl got to the ball first, and she undercut me.
So that was shoemate and shoemate and Curtis on that collision. Long pass headed away from the Rams, and there's Hernandez. Master Tedder, and now it's Rebecca Reinhardt, who's now onto the pitch. There's another close call. Reinhardt gets past one, gets to Hernandez. Hernandez and Burgos. Hernandez and Burgos battling for it, still battling for it. Kirsten long. The Warriors stepped in before it could make anything out of that. Edwards dropped to the McMaster Tedder. And Womack is there to scoop it up.
Down in Franklin Springs, Georgia, the CIU men just scored to make it 1-1 against Emmanuel College. Paul Grandicarpio with the goal.
And falling for what Ryan Byard-Pan now setting the men's game against Emmanuel College. Paul Grandicarpio puts one in the net by himself, and we have a tie game over in Franklin Springs. 20:08 to go in regulation. Just a little bit under 20 minutes left. There's Brown. Got it to Toriano. Now to Curtis. McMaster is able to get it back. Here's Owen. Gets it to
Hello? Hello?
Steps, and there's McMaster Tedder.
Who's this?
Middle to Holland.
Well, I'm hanging in there.
There's Long. Looks. Saves it across the middle. Stop. Hernandez in the box. Can he have opportunity? Holland shot! Just off the right side.
No, I'm out of the system.
Oh, so close from Holland.
Oh, as far as employment verification, you just have them call. They could call corporate and they can give that to you.
So it looks like Badman and Gates, the starters, are now back onto the pitch. 17:08 to go.
Because all they can do, they'll say yes, you were employed. That's all they can say. Yeah, but as far as locally, you know, yeah. I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, Jonathan. Probably not going to be able to.
Curtis. Shot off to the right. Womack picks it up.
Of course, she never works with her, so she could. Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, if you're still
Here's Brown. Loses control of it.
Yes, he's in our system. Yes, he's employed, and that's all.
Hernandez. Quick to middle to Holland. Holland. Looks for Cilionis. Drills it. Shot goes just over the goal again, and those laser shots from the sophomore are just getting closer and closer. They're just getting over the goal. Early in the first half, she had a shot similar to it, but it just went over to the goal.
Start out real good and then send you another still. Just get not that he didn't go to work. He just
Yeah, he just didn't do anything while I was there.
yeah.
I've been seeing some of that.
Yeah. Come on.
Here's Reinhardt.
Foul called on the Warriors. It'll be a free kick for the Rams.
It's like another handball called on the Warriors that's been stabbing them in the back this past game so far. It's the reason why it put the Rams up on the board earlier in the first half.
Yeah. See, that's why you don't.
McNeil falls on it.
Coach, you know who can drop it in there and who can't.
So under 15 minutes to go.
Throwing Rams. Substitution for the Rams. Number 4, Mackenzie Miller, returns to the lineup.
So Miller gets back into the lineup after a substantial amount of rest. Here's Brown with speed on Batterman. Kiesel. That's his steps in front of her. Drops it back to Master Ted at 12:48 to go. Just out of bounds. It'll be a free kick. Pardon me, a throw-in for the Warriors. There's Butler on the throw-in. And there's Master Tedder.
Foul called on the Rams. It'll be a free kick for the Warriors.
Brown gets it into Romanowski. Romanowski has to Troiano. Troiano's shot goes into the hands of Womack.
Shot by number 8, Alini Troiano. Right at San
Beauty of a kick goes over to midfield.
Oh, she got the ball first. That was the ball.
Free kick for the Warriors.
So the Warriors get another free kick, 11:09.
Goal kick for the Rams.
That was a hard shot taken by McMaster, and there's Charlie Brown. Gets it past Womack, and with 10:07, Charlie Brown, the redshirt sophomore from the Cayman Islands, gets in the bottom right of the net, and it's 3-1 Southern Wesleyan. With 10 minutes to go, in most places that could spell trouble. And it seems like Southern Wesleyan and Emmanuel know how to score goals at the wrong time for the Rams, as the Lions have just retaken the lead. About 11:29 to go in the second half. It's Michael Williams Jr. that was assisted by Naeem Johnson that put the Lions up 2-1 over the Rams. I know him. Michael Williams, a native of Tallahassee, Florida. Seminole from Florida High School. Competed against him several times on the track. So, score update from Franklin Springs. Emmanuel up 2-1 over the Rams. And back in Columbia, it's 3-1, 9:16 to go. Southern Wesleyan is in the lead.
Throwing for the Warriors. Down in Franklin Springs, Emmanuel College has just scored to go ahead of the men's Rams team. Men's Rams soccer, 2-1. About 10 minutes to go in the match. Throw in Warriors.
Pass intended for Batterman was just off, and it will be Melissa Butler throwing it in for the Warriors, who now going to try and choose some clock out and try and seal this win. Shots up, knocked away from Batterman. Triano shot. Lena Triano's shot was just lays it off to the left. 6 minutes to go. And Sotichilians is coming back into the pitch. In for Rebecca Reinhardt. And it's headed away by Brown.
throw in for the Warriors on the far side of the field.
Come on, close. Get my.
Bannerman drops it back. There's Brown, knocked away. There's Romanowski. And Max Tedder's able to save it away. We reached under 5 minutes in the second half. Bannerman, but his Berzo's there for the stop. Hernandez. Drops it back to Miller. Now to Burgos. And it rolls right out of bounds. Headed away from Esther Edwards.
Same spot.
Owens gets it away from Hernandez. And Miller gonna get there time, and Romanowski deflected off her foot. Now here's McMaster to Edwards, and now here's to Liana Cates. Less than 3 minutes to go, and the Rams gotta put something in now if they want to stay in this game. So Leonis tries to get there. Brown looks. And again, there's Holland. Holland is shots up and picked up by McNeil.
Come on, girls.
To the Rams. Trying to move the field. 2 minutes. This could be any last opportunity to try and get back into this game.
Throwing Warriors.
So 125, Romanowski, and there's Curtis all by herself. This could spell trouble again for Womack. Same situation, and it's saved by Womack. And that would all but sealed it, but at this point, I don't think there's anything else the Rams could do to get back into this game unless a miracle is to ensue. But then again, this is a school on prayer, so it is possible. 1 minute to go in the game, and looks like When the clock strikes 0, the Rams will fall to 4 and 3-1, while the Warriors move on to 4, 5, and my apologies, 6 and 4. They will now be on a 3-game winning streak, heading into their senior night showdown this Saturday against Converse. While the Rams hope to regroup, get themselves together for a Saturday afternoon matchup against Montreat, which will be part of our doubleheader. The men's will also take on Montreat on the road. So about 10 seconds to go, and that should do it. And the Warriors, for the second year in a row, defeat the Rams, this time here on Sessions Field. Manil's shot kicks up high. That will end it all. So the final score, Southern Wesleyan 3, CIU 1. And if you're still wanting to follow the results of the men's game against Emmanuel College, it is still 2-1, 5 minutes to go in the second half. So if you want to follow on that, you'll probably have to go onto the website at Emmanuel College, and you'll see an article for the men's team later on tonight. Other than that, we will see you back here next week, while the men and women's teams will be on the road against Montreat College. Thank you for joining in to our live stream. Have a good night. God bless.